What's going on, fellow rogues? This is VOD Review 9. Okay? To other classes out there, you can watch this too to understand my mindset as a rogue and why you maybe keep dying to rogues. Alright? This is going to help you learn maybe what to do, how to kill me. Rogues out there, this is going to teach you how to kill. Alright? Uh, if you're not following the Twitch, please drop a follow. Alright? If you're not, if you have me, if you could look up Discord, the same name in the Legacy Discord. If you need any help as a rogue or any class, whether you want to learn how to kill other classes, specific classes, or you are another class that wants to learn how to kill rogues, I'll help everybody. Doesn't matter. I'm into fun fights and good fights, you know. So yeah, drop a follow. We have 5 fights to review. 1 hunter, 1 wizard, 1 warrior, 1 rogue, and 1 priest. Okay, each class. We're going to be reviewing each class. If you haven't, this is my season 2 wipe strats right here. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be this one after the dev talk right here, and then this one. The rest of them, don't worry about it. But the ending of this, after the dev talk, you're going to see my season 2 wipe strats. And then this one as well. Basically, by the 5th raid, I have 3 greens, 4 greens and 1 blue gear, and already in night, and then ready to go to crypts by the 5th raid. Okay, so yeah, let's get into the first fight. We're going to be showing the fight, and then we'll be talking about the fight.
I knew it was you
Okay,
using that damn bird.
let's go ahead and talk about the fight now. Okay, so we already were engaged with Rakan earlier, and he was clearly putting the work on us. Okay, I don't think we did any damage to him, but we had to disengage. I was almost full, half health. If this procced, I would have been really, really hurt, and he would have pushed me. Alright, so I take advantage to get that off, heal up. I'm looking for the PD right here, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. I don't get it. I try to get a poison dart off him, don't get it at all. Sometimes you just gotta send it, man. Try to do a sprint attack, nothing right here. So, right here, basically I'm just trying to keep my crosshair on him, okay? Most of the time, why I hit my PDs is keeping crosshairs on him. I don't hit it at all right here, but most of the time, I do hit them because of crosshair placement. Always keeping your crosshair, whether you're running away, whether you're engaging, you always want to keep your crosshair on your opponent. You know, unless you're trying to open a door or something, or do something else, or climb. Crosshair placement is very key into winning fights. So right here, I don't get nothing, and I realize, oh, well, I'm low on mana, low on stamina. PD's on cooldown because there's no mana. Yeah, I kind of back up. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Let me pop this stamina pot so I can be prepared. Last thing you want to be doing is getting caught with your pants down, low on stamina. So I know not to go in there. And just because of healing, I don't need to push. I can cause enough damage to where, you know, in one combo to where I can reset the fight in my favor. I'm looking for the PD. Sometimes you just gotta throw it, man. Alright, I realize, well, he's in a good position. I don't want him shooting me with a fire arrow or a thunder arrow. Let me go ahead and throw a smoke bomb to cover his viewpoint. Alright, when I'm fighting hunters, especially a good hunter, I notice that it's better to use your smoke bomb as an offense rather than a defense. Okay. Most classes, yeah, you're gonna want to do that. So I'm like, well, let me take away his LOS. I thought I hit it right there. It was actually the bird. The bird died right there. So I didn't hit it. Right here, whenever hunters use Cyclone, y'all, make sure you're looking at the sky. Okay? Looking at where they are, because you never know where they're gonna go. You never know where they're gonna go. Alright. So, I'm like, well, I need a different angle. Let me go ahead and try to find it. I realize, well, there's a bird and a roots right there, so I don't want to go that way. And the only way possible that I came up with on the fly that I've never done before in deathmatch was this right here. I double jump, and then I double jump again, so I can kind of guide myself. And then I hit the PD right here. He's going to be moving around a lot and maybe healing just in case he drops a cyclone. I want to go ahead and poison. I don't know what he's going to do after this, but at least I'll have him poisoned. At this point, everything's on cooldown. Alright, my cheap shot has 4 seconds. My dart has 3 seconds. He's resilient. The only thing that I could do right in this point, my health is high, is try to get that percentage up on bleed. Alright. And cause damage. So right here, my PD's up. You can tell it's up. I'm shooting where he's going, not where he's at. Okay. Boom. Take the PD quick. Rinse and repeat. And it's over. GG's. Let's get into the next fight. This one we're fighting a wizard. I'm going to show the fight, and then we'll do the review. Alright, let's go ahead and review that fight. So right here, I have no clue where the hell he's at. And I do not know why. But I have no clue where he's at. He could have definitely hurt me bad. But he did it. Right here, I noticed that he warped himself. He tried to get me, but he warped himself. And at this point, I kind of just wait. I know he's going to attack his own warp, so I take advantage of that. At this point, I get the PD. and I really want to get that poison off. And I've noticed that it's I've noticed in death matches, right? Wizards can run around everywhere, and it's going to be hard to catch them as a dagger rogue, all right? Especially if you're not hitting your PDs or your paralyzed darts. It's very hard to catch a wizard in deathmatch. Um, so the best thing I can do is while he's running away or running around, I can at least stop him from healing the best he can. At this point, if I'm going for poison, I'm going for paralyzed darts. As simple as that. Why not? You go for poison, go for paralyzed dart. I try to get a serrated claw, don't get it, but that's okay. At this point, I'm just trying to get left clicks off. If I throw a smoke bomb out, it's gonna maybe cause him to run away, so I don't want that. So that's the reason why I didn't throw a smoke bomb here. So I get the left click off, and I notice, okay, he's pulling this off right now. My cooldowns are my abilities are off cooldown, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna take this exchange because I already know wizards are low health. Even in legendaries, wizards are low health. So I'm willing to take this exchange for the opportunity to get out a poison. I mean a phantom dagger. That's exactly what I do. At this point, I'm like, he's gonna try to do something, and I want to get left clicks off because he's almost dead. He's a couple hits from dying. So I dodge. At this point, I was correct. He tried to stun me with his dragon's breath, but it didn't work, and now he's gonna pay the price. Couple left clicks, and that's it. He's dead. We did. Alright, if you look at those numbers, 112, 94, 104, and then hemorrhage 417. That's just over 700 damage. Alright, if you combine all those numbers together, that's over 700 damage with that bleed proc and those left clicks. So don't be afraid to send it when you know somebody's absolutely weak and your hemorrhage is still possible. Alright. Like I said, I was willing to take that exchange. No risk, no reward. Let's get into the next fight. Here we're fighting a warrior. I'm gonna show the video. This is 2 kills. Alright, let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. So I'm looking for an opening. Boom. That was the opening. PD. You can look for openings on multiple things from warriors. Chain is one of them. I suggest moving around though. I bait by staying still, and I teleport. He's close, so his reaction time is going to be slow. I realize in death matches, as you can see, nobody has antidotes. So why not take advantage? Alright. So I spider bite, paralyzed dart, smoke bomb, and I'm trying to get the serrated claw. If you can get that serrated claw off, whether you serrated claw first and then smoke bomb, or smoke bomb serrated claw, you're just setting yourself up to win even faster. Okay, if you do this entire combo and get the serrated claw off, you're just setting yourself up to win faster. Okay, it's such a good combo, and I pull it off on so many warriors that it's just insane. At this point, I'm trying to left click, but I'm watching out on the resilience, so I pull back. He runs out of stamina, so I'm like, hell yeah, that's a W. Right here, I'm kind of waiting. You know, I can go in and left click the shit out of him, but what's the point if I'm going to take damage, right? I notice my cooldowns are low. My abilities are about to be off cooldown. So I time it just right and I get it. Boom. Alright. The reason why I forward I dodged forward and backwards and cheap shot it is because that's much more faster. That's much faster than double dodging through them to disorient and then doing a 180 with your camera. There's been too many times I've died by axe warriors to where I double dodge, turn around, try to cheap shot, and their whirlwind just, or they're holding their left click, or their whirlwind just stops me from getting that cheap shot off. So this is much faster. I proc resilience, and I'm like, okay, at least I can get a little weak left click off or full left click off. And if I don't, I'll get out of there. Get out of there. PD. Sheath my weapon. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Easy peasy right there. You just waited a little bit. He got the chain off, but I was able to dodge through and still connect the teleport. At this point, I'm super confident, and he took a horn. Make sure you kind of wait while they're taking a horn. Make sure the noise is fully happening before you decide to throw a PD, or you're just going to be like me. Double dodge. I bait by staying still. This time I'm going for Hemo. I don't have any paralyzed darts up. Alright, at this point I'm just waiting. PD. Free PD as well. Guess what's about to be off cooldown? My cheap shot. And I don't notice he's doing anything crazy to stop me. Or to prepare to stop the cheap shot. So I go ahead and take it. Proc hemorrhage, full backstab. Alright, at this point, this is why playing in smoke is big. Sharpened blade is up. Okay, when you're playing around in your smoke and going in and out of stealth, the lowest time frame you can get your sharpened blade up is 5 seconds. Okay. And it was up already, so I'm doing the absolute most damage possible in this scenario. I'm getting it off, which is 706 against warriors and legendary. This was legendaries, by the way. That's about it on that one. So make sure you're gauging your smoke bombs, your sharpened blades. Make sure you're doing some stuff in your smoke bomb. And you'll get that max sharpened blade. Right here we're fighting a rogue. As usual, I'm gonna show the fight first, then VOD review. All right, let's review that. So right here, whenever I'm fighting another rogue, I'm gauging how they attack, and he was quick with it. At this point, I'm just watching for him, and I'm trying to bait his extra PD or bait his double dodge. That way I could take advantage and double dodge him. He doesn't do that. So he baited my PD with a couple left clicks. One mistake he made right here he pulled out his weapon after a poison dart. The first 2 weeks of season 1, or the first week of season 1, I think, I was doing that a lot, because in season 0, if I'm not mistaken, poison dart puts you into combat, and because I had to fix that quick. I noticed in season 1, the first week, I was like, why do I keep pulling my weapons out? If you're still doing that, please go into Goldbrook and always make sure you initiate with a poison dart, and always remind yourself, don't unsheath. All right, every fight you take in Goldbrook, just initiate with a poison dart and remind yourself not to sheath, and it's going to become muscle memory by the end of the hour, 100%. That's what I did. All right. So I noticed he's left clicking a little bit too much. That's what I was waiting for. Mind you, we're always keeping the crosshair placement when they're moving on them. We're always keeping the crosshair placement moving on them. Alright. I'm waiting. I'm not doing it just yet because I know he has so many exit routes. He has so many things he could do to exit. He can throw a PD. I mean, he could hit his PD. He can throw a smoke bomb. He can do a phantom, not a phantom, a shroud, and he can probably hit me with a paralyzed dart. All right, those are, or double jump. That's 5 things to prep. He decided to do smoke bomb. At this point, I'm like, I'm getting in smoke bomb. I can track him. He can't track me. I'm about to boss hog this smoke bomb. This smoke bomb's gonna be mine. And that's exactly what I do. I double dodge through, tracking in him, doing a 180 with my mouse, and hitting that serrated claw. Alright. At this point, all I'm trying to do, I'm not even trying to take the PD. I want the PD to do damage. At this point, all I want to do is get those left clicks off. Build up that percentage. But I don't commit because I'm afraid of that happening. Exactly. So now that he wasted his cheap shot, this is 12 seconds right here. 12 seconds of just pure damage on him. Mark him again. Be careful, y'all. When you're smoke bomb and when you're in smoke bomb and you see the hemo proc on their head, make sure you're taking your time with that serrated claw, because once you send that serrated claw, it's going in the direction. So I waited a little bit, waited, boom, serrated claw. That's 86%. My next attack is gonna proc image 100%. If it's a sprint attack, a dodge attack, a jump attack, or another serrated claw, it's going to proc hemo. So I hit the hemo, and I immediately like, boom, he's bleeding. I'm gonna drop this smoke and throw a PD because I can track him. I've done it plenty of times before. If you can pull this off, you're 100% gonna win at this point. So I root him, right? Because I want to throw that PD. I want to throw that smoke bomb. Boom. PD while he's left clicking. At this point, I 100% know he has to exit this smoke bomb. He's already learned the first time the smoke bomb is not going to help him. He's bleeding and he has shadow damage ticking. And guess what I'm doing? I'm looking for the jump attack. Cheap shot. There's no reason to serrated claw, right? You just full send it. He's already bleeding. Let's get that max damage. 840. Boom. Pretty easy right there. Explaining it wise. Doing all this stuff and pulling all this stuff off is not easy, but explaining it is easy. That's what I mean. I don't take anything away from these players that I'm fighting. They're all good players, and we at some point we've killed each other, or they killed me. But I'm just doing the VOD review, y'all, so don't take anything away from these players. Alright, I wait. I'm just going to show you this fight and then explain it as well as usual. Alright, let's go ahead and review what we were doing. So right here, I'm waiting for him. I already know what he's trying to do right here. Every priest does it. Every one of them do it. They're waiting for their 20-second shield. All they got to do is just hold their shield for a little bit, and boom, 20 seconds the shield comes up. As soon as he lets go, I don't want to count 20 seconds. I'm going to be off. What do I use? My smoke bomb right here in the corner. When that gets close to 10, I know to start engaging. I know to start covering the distance. I could even set up a cheap shot. If I time it right, my serrated claw will hit. This is something I've done before, and if you master it, you're going to be that close to getting better and killing priest easier. So I'm kind of just chilling. He knows I'm on the smoke bomb. I know he knows it. He wants to keep his distance, which is very smart of him to do. But I notice my smoke bomb's going away because it only lasts 15 seconds. Now I know to start covering the distance and making things happen. Get the PD. I try to go for the PD. How this happened, I'm not sure. I did land, but I think it's a desync thing. But I still got affected by it. But whatever. At this point, I'm like, well, there's no point in PDing. I might as well try to get the double root. Get it. Combo. Backstab tech combo. I notice he's still staying still, so I hit the PD. Anyways. At this point, I'm like, well, I'm going to heal. He's going to heal. I'm going to heal. Alright. Mistake one. Right here. I made 2 mistakes in this fight, by the way. Mistake 1 is I PD'd too soon. I should have PD'd at 1 second, not 2 seconds. Because right here, I'm already pressing Q, and it's still on cooldown by second. So I make up for it with a double dodge. I'm not fast enough with this. Look at that. So I don't get it off. That's mistake number 2. Watch this. I should already been behind him. I'm too slow with the dodge. So I'm like, well, I'll make up for it. Everything's on cooldown. Let me get this paralyzed dart off. Boom. Paralyzed dart. I notice he's going somewhere to get away from me. So I'm like, well, I want to be in the most advantageous position possible. So I go ahead and do this. Smoke bomb. Sprint attack. as long as you're touching them or just barely touching them, you're gonna cause disorient, which is the double root. So I go forward against the wall and back. That's double rooted. I already know that's gonna happen because I'm quick with the cheap shot. Cheap shot, backstab tech, dead. GG's. Okay, that is it for the VOD review. We went over Hunter, Wizard, Warrior, and Rogue and Priest. I'm going to continue trying to keep it like that, just for everybody to do what they're doing. To know what they're doing. Whether you're another class watching me or a Rogue watching these, you'll know what to do. Everybody can benefit. All right. That's it for the VOD review. If you're not following the channel, the Twitch channel, please drop a follow. I try to go live as much as I can. And if you've come across this video and you enjoy the VOD reviews and the content I put out on YouTube, please drop a subscription on YouTube. I'd really appreciate that. Like I said, the ending of this dev talk, you're going to see the beginning. I bought another account and I got the game again. And you're going to see the beginning. If nothing changes in this season 2, with the crafting and the menu and all that stuff, this the strats you want to do. If it's a completely different thing, probably don't follow this video, and then this part of the video as well. Okay. But GG's, more VOD reviews to come. August 27th is season 2. Okay, August 27th. Quit your job. Whatever, call it off, set your personal time off, go on vacation, whatever you got to do, you do it. I'm just kidding about quit the job though. But make sure you get those days off and you get in game on the 27th. Let's not play around. It's time to lock in. Peace out, y'all.